Coming to you from the Domen Gymnasium here in Zhuhai, the Wolf Warriors' home squad will try to pick up their first win in their maiden season of the ASEAN Basketball League as they take on the challenge of the Formosa Dreamers, who are right now on top of the standings alongside the Macau Black Bears with 2 wins against no defeats. However, on the other side, you have to look at the Wolf Warriors. Poor start here in the tournament, going 0 of 2. Marco Benitez is our analyst for today. And Marco, what has been happening for the Wolf Warriors as we take a look at the result of their last game, another loss to the Macau Black Bears?
And as a result of that last game, they let go of their head coach, Malcolm Battles. That has been a drastic move for the Wolf Warriors, who is currently a beleaguered team here in the ASEAN Basketball League, and expect them to make drastic changes. Hopefully it will start today. They need to do it on defense against currently one of the top teams here in the ASEAN Basketball League, a team that has already doubled its winning total from last season. They finished 1-19, talking about the Dreamers, and let's see what the Wolf Warriors have in store for them tonight.
Marco, we heard that the Wolf Warriors already picked their next head coach, but now he's still tied up with another job in Qatar, but he will be joining them very soon. So now is the big challenge, because someone will have to step up to fill in that role, and it will be Zhou Ye Feng, who will be their head coach for today. The Formosa Dreamers 2-0 so far, very early in our tournament. They defeated the Singapore Slingers in Singapore 77-73, and then went to Hong Kong to defeat Hong Kong Eastern 82-80. So 2 big road wins for the Formosa Dreamers. This is night and day compared to their performance all of last season.
And it was a very good result for them, especially that win against Hong Kong Eastern was totally unexpected. They surprised a lot of teams, also surprised a lot of the fans here in the ASEAN Basketball League. They've been playing great basketball, of course, under the new head coach, Dean Murray. And they have 3 new imports, Will Artino, Tevin Glass, Malcolm Miller. They have been big for them. These 3 players averaging close to 20 points per game. Of course, Kenny Chien has been great for them as well. He was with their team last season. He's one of the holdovers here for this season, as right now we're going to see the lineup of the Wolf Warriors.
For the Formosa Dreamers overcame a 36-point explosion coming from Marcus Elliott, former world import, most valuable player here in the ASEAN Basketball League. As now Wei Sang, former member of the CLS Knights Indonesia, now sporting the white and green of the Wolf Warriors. They need to get more from him, not just points, but actually more of playmaking to make sure that the offense will flow on their side.
And you know, at this point, I got a chance to talk to him for a little bit before the start of the game, and he's going to really have to step up in terms of the leadership, talking to his teammates, being a leader for his teammates, as you mentioned, the playmaking on the floor, also off the floor. And he's probably one of the most veteran players that they have right now at 39 years old, and I'm sure his teammates respect him for all the basketball experience that he has. So count on him to be more vocal, especially in this game against the Dreamers.
Also, when you have an NBA veteran, a champion at that, and Eddie Curry, at some point, his pride must kick in because he cannot allow his team to be down 0-3.
And especially after two so-so performances the past two games, Deshaun Mitchell also has to step up. He had 26 points, 4 rebounds in their last game against the Macau Black Bears. Although that game was pretty much over by halftime, they were down by 30 points at the half. He followed up, he came back strong in that game after a 6-point outing in their first game against Hong Kong Eastern. So what the Wolf Warriors need is they need a strong game from all three imports. Talking about Wui Sang, Eddie Curry, and Deshaun Mitchell.
Oh, they're hoping, of course, that he will carry over that confidence from a 26-point performance against the Black Bear. As we take a look at the previous result of the game of the Formosa Dreamers, it was a matter of taking care of the ball. 12 turnovers compared to the 21, and that is the big difference when you only have a game decided by 2 points.
And I think the big difference as well for the Dreamers this season is they are loaded with veteran players also. Formerly of the Chinese Taipei national team, and one of those guys, one of their imports, Malcolm Miller, was able to hit big shots, especially when Hong Kong Eastern was rallying and threatening to take over the lead in that ball game. And he also had defended Marcus Elliott during certain stretches, so he was big on both ends of the floor for the Dreamers.
We know, Marco, that winning at the Southern Stadium is very difficult here in the ASEAN Basketball League. That is why we can say that the Formosa Dreamers are for real here in the 9th season.
And Hong Kong Eastern, one of the teams that love to force turnovers, but that time, in that game last Wednesday, Dreamers were able to turn the tables on them, force them to 21 turnovers. Dreamers were able to score 26 points off turnover, so very uncharacteristic of the Hong Kong Eastern squad.
Now let's see if the Formosa Dreamers can keep it going as their road tour continues to start the 9th season of your ASEAN Basketball League. They take on the Wolf Warriors. And as you said, all of those struggles last year are a thing of the past as you take a look at the starting unit of the Formosa Dreamers.
And when you talk about the lineup last year as compared to this year, you see guys like Xu Lin Lee, Will Artino, Kenny Chien, Malcolm Miller, Tevin Glass. These guys are veterans. Also off the bench, you have Woo Sung Wei, who is a veteran who has gotten his experience last season. As you take a look at the Wolf Warriors starting lineup, Chris Shentu, Mari Wui Sang, Eddie Curry, of course, Deshaun Mitchell, and Kai Chen, who has been one of the bright spots for the Wolf Warriors this season, had 21 points, if I'm not mistaken, in their last game. We take a look at the matchup at the front line. Eddie Curry against Tevin Glass. Very similar rebounding numbers. Tevin Glass scoring more for his team, as Eddie Curry has been in foul trouble. Past 2 games, had 4 fouls against the Macau Black Bears early, and only managed to up his scoring towards during garbage time in that game.
Coach Dean Murray squeezing every ounce of potential from his crew in their first couple of games, and they keep it going against the Wolf Warriors. Eddie Curry, the numbers have been okay, but the efficiency from the field is kind of low in his first 2 games.
That's correct, and they've been trying, to their credit, they've been trying to feed Eddie Curry inside the paint, except that against Hong Kong Eastern, he was up against a 7'2" Sam De Guara. In their last game, he was up against Ryan Watkins, who was also very efficient, a lot more mobile than Eddie Curry was, and he was in foul trouble. So in terms of efficiency, he has had the attempts, he has had the looks, but I guess conditioning has still some ways to go for Eddie Curry. And let's see, as you mentioned, if his pride starts to kick in, he has to be more aggressive from the get-go.
Eddie Curry should have another challenge in front of him. You saw the numbers provided by Tevin Glass, and he is another center who could be faster than Eddie Curry.
Yeah. And from what we've seen with Tevin Glass, he's probably going to play mostly from the outside if he's going to be matched up against Eddie Curry or Kai Chen. As you take a look at the interim head coach, Zhu Yefeng, or Zhao Yefeng.
See what kind of game plan he has prepared here as they await their arrival of their new head coach. He is their head coach on the interim right now. But, you know, that's not an excuse. I mean, not having a real head coach does not mean you can mail in the game and just absorb this loss.
Well, every game is a learning experience, especially against a what looks to be a contender, the Formosa Dreamers. They're going to have to play to the best of their abilities if they want to continue learning, gain some more experience, especially for their locals.
And now we have Eddie Curry going up against Will Artino. For the first possession of the ball game belongs to the Formosa Dreamers.
And for me, one of the keys for the Wolf Warriors, number one, is they have to minimize their turnovers. In the 2 games, they've given up a total of 66 turnover points on 43 turnovers. So if they can focus on that alone, then that would be a big positive for them, and that might allow them to be more competitive against the Dreamers.
3-point shot for Mario Wisang is good to open the scoring in this ball game.
That's a good start for Mario Wisang. And again, looking to be aggressive here, matched up against Lee.
One of the shortest retirements ever in the history of the ASEAN Basketball League. But you know what? He is an ABL veteran, and we're happy to have him around.
One of the members of the 1,000-point club. And as you mentioned, Tevin Glass playing from the outside, matched up against Kai Chen, hits that first 3-pointer of the game for the Dreamers.
No, Artino, their other big import, also shoots well from the outside, so that will really test the defense of Eddie Curry while opening things up for the slashers of the Dreamers.
We've seen Will Artino in the past 2 games. He likes to play around that 15, 17-foot area, draw the big man outside. That's going to be a challenge for Eddie Curry, especially how he will be able to recover and match up and play help side defense on the penetrations of either Malcolm Miller, Kenny Chen, even Tevin Glass.
Chen missing on his first look from the stripe as he was fouled on his way to the basket.
So one thing we're going to observe is the number of turnovers that the Wolf Warriors commit. In their last game, I believe they committed about 23 turnovers.
They go to Kai. Looking for options, bounces the pass to Shentu. Wisang now using the ball screen provided. 3-point shot, too strong this time. Rebound for Kenny Chen.
Actually, the problem with Eddie Curry setting the ball screen is that there's nobody there to crash the boards.
Oh, good passing coming from the Formosa Dreamers as immediately they get an impact play from Glass.
And immediately you see with Eddie Curry matched up against Will Artino, when Artino is a screener, Eddie Curry is way outside the paint, so nobody there to stop the cutting Tevin Glass, but Eddie Curry scores on the entry pass. Easy 2 points.
Good reply coming from the Wolf Warriors. This is something that they have to do. Stick to the Formosa Dreamers early in this ball game.
You cannot allow what happened against the Macau Black Bears, where they were blown out 37-12 in the first quarter.
Artino mid-range jumper off the glass and out. Kai Chen with the board.
But you know, if you're the Wolf Warriors, you're going to give that shot to Will Artino all game long.
Shentu attacks, goes to the left hand, overshoots a layup. Everything but the shot there as the score still tied at 5 apiece.
Sorry, missed there on the part of Shentu, but I like the aggressiveness going to the basket.
Miller from the outside, no go. Shentu with the board.
Warriors love to run that high-low play between Kai Chen and Eddie Curry.
Shentu fakes a 3, dribbles in closer, leaves the ball for Mario Wisang for 3. Short.
So far, no second chance opportunities for the Warriors.
Eddie Curry very slow to get down on the defensive end. They get a break there. As Shentu is pushing, leaves it for Mario Wisang. With the pass, too awkward. As Formosa takes it away. Glass attacks, misses. And now an opportunity here. Forward pass. 3-point shot for Mitchell. Won't work.
Probably should have taken it strong to the basket. That was a 2-on-1 situation.
5-5 is still a count with 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in your opening quarter. Kenny from the outside, that's good.
And this is something that has plagued the Wolf Warriors past 2 games. Miscommunication on defense there. Nobody picking up Kenny Chen wide open for that 3 ball.
Now the Wolf Warriors slowing things down a bit. Formosa, they like it fast. And if you are the team that has Eddie Curry, you better slow the game down. And long rebounds definitely will not help the Wolf Warriors.
That's another fast break attempt there by the Dreamers. You see whether it's Miller, Tevin Glass, Kenny Chen, who gets that offense or that defensive rebound, they're always looking to push. If it's Artino, he's looking for the forward pass.
Yeah. No, the Formosa Dreamers will really test your stamina.
Yeah.
They will run you to the ground if you allow them to.
I think conditioning-wise, they're in tip-top shape, despite the fact that Coach Dean Murray, the past 2 games, have only used about 8 or 9 players maximum. They've been up to the task. Glass, Artino, and Malcolm Miller average about 34 minutes and above per ball game.
And Marco, we are very familiar with the struggles of the Wolf Warriors because you don't have to look far. The Formosa Dreamers suffered from a similar fate in their debut last season.
I know one characteristic of their lineup last season is they were filled with young players. So I think they learned their lesson. Team owner Blackie Chen has loaded this lineup with veterans. And Malcolm Miller showing us that sweet stroke from the outside. Wolf Warriors need a timeout before this gets away from them.
After a 5-5 tie, the Formosa Dreamers come up with 7 straight points to build a 12-5 advantage with 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. First timeout requested by the Wolf Warriors. Back inside the Domen Gymnasium here in Zhuhai, China. Wolf Warriors coming off a timeout, wanting to stop this rally coming from the Formosa Dreamers, who are up by 7 points, 12-5.
So
Shentu rushing, but his forward pass was bothered. He wanted to go quickly to Eddie Curry, as that looked like a drawn-up play coming from the interim head coach.
That was a nice well-intended pass, just deflected there by the Dreamers. And they would do well to really try to look for Eddie Curry down low.
Kai now trying to post up. That is a foul called on Tevin Glass.
And Kai Chen feels that he can't take Tevin Glass inside the paint. We know that we've seen Kai Chen, very physical player.
Yeah.
Loves to mix it up inside.
Mitchell has the ball outside. Shot clock reads 10. Mario Woisang attacks baseline. The runner will not work. But Shentu gets the offensive rebound. Fresh 14 for the Wolf Warriors. Kai attacks. Short jumper will not fall. Artino with the board. Quickly forward to Tevin Glass.
Dreamers that time showing a little bit of zone, but quick to attack on the other. That's a nice weak side cut coming from Malcolm Miller. Defense did not expect it. Forced the foul. And I think the foul is going to go against Deshaun Mitchell.
You know, it's very early here in the season, but it looks like the chemistry of the Formosa Dreamers already on point.
And I believe they joined the preseason tournament and they were pretty contented. Especially Coach Dean Murray was pretty contented with the way they performed during that preseason tournament, and the fruits of that are showing this early, as you mentioned, in the season.
Substitution here for the Wolf Warriors, as Kai Chen will check out of this ball game.
Full court pressure right now from the black shirts, showing 2-2-1.
That was Jiao Rongze checking in for the very first time, and let's see if he can cause some damage as Kai Chen has been blanked. Good strong move coming from Eddie Curry.
Did not wait for the double team to come, made a quick spin to the baseline, and Artino was too late.
3-point shot, Miller, short. Offensive rebound for Tevin Glass. 9 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Glass goes to the post up, and a foul is called against Zhao.
And with Kai Chen on the bench, Tevin Glass definitely has the advantage against Zhao Rongzhe in the post. So good quick recognition there by the Dreamers.
Couple of guards entering the ball game. Woo Sung Wei, one of their breakout stars, can we just say, in the first season.
One of the crowd favorites as well in Taiwan. This guy shot a staggering 50% from the three-point area last season.
Let's see if he can keep it going for the Formosa Dreamers, as they have more weapons now offensively.
That's correct.
Good move down low, and the foul is called against the Formosa Dreamers. 2 free throws coming up for Zhao.
And Zhao trying to give Tevin Glass a dose of his own medicine, taking him inside the paint. That's going to be the first personal on Tevin Glass.
Among the imports on the floor right now, Marco, who has impressed you the most in the early parts of our season?
Well, I think you would have to say Malcolm Miller has been a nice revelation here from the Formosa Dreamers. Not really heralded coming from the preseason, but he has really shown up, especially his ability to hit big shots. He's averaging 19 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, and especially amazing was that game against the Hong Kong Eastern squad where he was matched up against Marcus Elliott, and down the stretch really hit those key shots. He was 5 of 9 from long distance.
Glass will test his luck from the outside. That's good for 3.
And Tevin Glass almost equally as impressive, averaging 22 points per game, 10 rebounds per outing at 6'8". Likes to play as well from the outside.
Eddie Curry asking for a foul, will not be given to him. Formosa on the attack once again. Woo Sung Wei fakes the 3, goes to Chan. Extra pass to Miller, but the defense gets to him. Good entry pass to Artino, as he saw there was a mismatch in terms of size.
And you know, the nice thing about this lineup of imports for the Dreamers is that they complement each other pretty well. Will Artino is not the type of big man who is looking to score on every possession. He's more like a role player, but likes to play defense, not afraid to mix it up inside, has a reliable stroke from the outside, enough to make him a threat. While Malcolm Miller, Tevin Glass, both scorers are in their positions. So really complementary pieces here for the Dreamers.
So far so good for Coach Dean Murray in his stint with the Formosa Dreamers. As we have a substitution. Mario Waisam checking out as Wu Yu, the street baller, enters the ball game.
One of the more recognizable, one of the more famous players that they have here for the Wolf Warriors.
He has the ball. He was looking for Eddie Curry, decided against it. Zhao wants to go high-low. Zhao kicks it out. Shot lock reads 6. That's a forced pass, but Zhao chases it. 3 seconds remaining. He has to put it up to beat the buzzer. That will not work. That came after the buzzer sounded.
And this is one of the things the Dreamers have really improved on this season, their defense, especially their half-court defense. That time, they know that the Wolf Warriors will not be a significant threat from the outside, so just packing it inside and forcing that shot clock violation from the white shirts.
7 minutes gone by in your opening quarter. Good defense coming from the Wolf Warriors, as they even draw a foul coming from Tevin Glass. That'll be number 2 on him.
So this can be a point of concern here for Coach Dean Murray, especially here in the first quarter with 2:56 remaining. Tevin Glass already with 2 personals. This guy averages about 37 minutes per game.
Marco Mitchell with an early break in this ball game. 4 locals on the floor for the Wolf Warriors. Zhao attacks, Kick out pass to Wu. Wu showing us his handles. We know he has those, but can he find a way to help out offensively? Zhao at the buzzer, won't work. Rebound Artino, and he gets fouled from behind.
And that was another shot with the shot clock winding down. So solid defense on the perimeter coming from Chen. And he's another veteran of Taiwanese basketball. He and Lee interchangeably play that point guard spot, while Woo Sung Wei and Kenny Chen are interchangeable at the 2 guard.
Team penalty already against the Wolf Warriors, sending Artino. Definitely a decent free throw shooter to the line, but he misses his first look.
Tian Lei also in the ball game for Tevin Glass. He's another solid big man who has given them quality minutes.
Oh, one of the familiar names coming from the Chinese Taipei national team. Of course, in the back end of his career, still wanting to represent.
Yeah. The thing that you get from him is that he's a veteran big man, will not make a lot of mistakes, can hit that mid-range jumper. More importantly, can defend opposing big men just like that.
Good defense there, stealing the pass coming from Mitchell. Forward pass to Artino. Touchdown.
4-year Division I player from the Creighton Blue Jays, Will Artino. Nice finish on the break, nice forward pass for the Dreamers.
Good pass inside coming from Wu Yu, as Eddie Curry will step to the free throw line.
Upside defense there was late for the Dreamers as Artino tried to front Eddie Curry.
You know, with the size of Eddie Curry, if he gets the ball in a position that he's comfortable in, that has to be automatic 2 points.
Yeah.
If you're the Wolf Warriors, the first 14 seconds of your shot clock should be focused on just sending the ball to him.
That's exactly correct. First 14 seconds or even more should be trying to move the ball around, set him a solid screen so that he can get good post position. You may not want to go straight to the post into him, but probably let him come off a screen so that there may be a mismatch and he can get good post position down low.
Cuts their deficit down to 10 points, 21-11. Miller against Mitchell. They go to Tian Lei for 3. Money.
Tian Lei making us look good here, hitting that outside shot.
Apparently a bunch of Chen Lei fans here at the Tumen Gymnasium. As Artino gets a good tap here and saves the ball. Steal for the Formosa Dreamers. Miller bringing the ball down, sets up Woo Sung Wei for 3. Yes!
This guy is almost automatic. 50% from long distance, about 60% from the field. Was perfect from downtown in their last game against Hong Kong.
Back-to-back 3-point shots from the Formosa Dreamers extends their lead to 16 points. Wu Yu, top of key, goes for 3. In and out, and the tap goes to Tian Lei. Forward quickly to Miller, pulls up from deep. No. And then quickly on the other side, Eddie Curry. And that was literally all that Chen could do to stop that play.
And that's a duty foul there on the part of Chen. No chance for him to try to block that shot up top. But Eddie Curry giving him the chance to swipe at it down low.
Timeout requested by the Wolf Warriors. Eddie Curry will be taking 2 free throws when we come back. They're down 11-27 against the Formosa Dreamers. The Formosa Dreamers trying to break the game wide open. Here in the first quarter, they got back-to-back three-point shots for Tien Lei and Woo Sung Wei to lead by 16 big points, 27-11.
And going back to that game against Macau, it was a 37-12 first quarter. So Dreamers 10 points away, and Wolf Warriors in a very similar predicament. So Eddie Curry missing on that first free throw.
Eddie Curry missing both looks from the free throw line. And if you're Curry, that should be your investment, because you will be fouled a lot here in the ABL, as Tien Lei shows us that he has some speed left in those legs.
Showing us the ability to put the ball on the floor, and more free attacking the basket. That's first time we've seen him attack the basket in this ball game.
Woo Yo with his first 2 points of the contest. Tien Lei up top, goes to Artino at the shoulder, jumper, too strong. Rebound for Kai.
Again, that shot is going to be open for Artino all game long. Eddie Curry not even challenging the jumper.
Kai, three-point shot is money.
Some positives to end the first quarter here. That's 5 straight points for the Wolf Warriors.
Good response off that timeout coming from the Wolf Warriors. 2 seconds remaining. Buzzer beating attempt will not fall, as the Formosa Dreamers looking for their 3rd straight victory to open the 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League, lead 29-16 against the home team of the Wolf Warriors.
Thank you， 謝謝我們冷槍後備，唔該曬我哋嘅籃球寶貝。OK， 好，第2節比賽繼續。我哋嘅口號嚟多次好嘛？澳門，澳門，戰狼，戰狼，澳門戰狼。好，第2節比賽繼續，第2節比賽繼續，開始準備，大家準備。
After the first 10 minutes of action, the visiting Formosa Dreamers have built a 13-point lead, 29-16, against the Wolf Warriors, and their bench showing up big time late in that first quarter, with Tien Lei and Woo Sung Wei combining for 8 points to help out.
And right now, Eddie Curry not on the floor here for the Wolf Warriors, so let's see where the offense is going to come from.
Oh, Woo Sung Wei was not ready for that return pass, but his face passed it off to Miller. That should be an assist.
That should count as an assist for Woo Sung Wei. Did not expect the pass. Normally he flares out for that 3-point shot. But if you're Tevin Glass, there's really no reason to give it back to Woo Sung Wei, as you had the height advantage and you had a full head of steam.
They will have a laugh about that after this game, as Tien Lei hits it from deep with a foul.
Showing us the touch from the outside. Nice give and go play there between him and Tevin Glass. 6 points right now for Tien Lei. I'll make that, check that, 8 points for Tien Lei.
Could be 9 if he completes the rare 4-point play. Did not see a lot of action in their first 2 games, but it looks like his legs are already back in 100% condition.
Actually averaging just 8 minutes per ball game. but shoots 33% from the field. Is really more there for defensive purposes, but showing us the offensive touch.
Missing the bonus though.
At this point, Deshaun Mitchell has to be very aggressive together with Mario Wuisang.
Mitchell sends it out to Wuisang against Woo Sung Wei. Wuisang directing traffic. Shen Tu goes behind the back. Good attack from Shen Tu. Gets fouled en route to the rim as he will be taking 2 free throws.
Here is the defense of the Dreamers. It's only the man of Mario Wuisang that is defending outside the three-point area. Everybody else is inside the three-point line. They're not really threatened by the outside shooting of the Wolf Warriors.
Lee Jun, the bruiser of the Wolf Warriors in the game, replacing Eddie Curry.
And just a little more about that three-point shooting. Last game, Wolf Warriors were 1 out of 14 against the Macau Black Bears. Against Hong Kong Eastern, they were 5 of 20.
And in the first quarter, they had 1 from Mario Wuisang and 1 from Kai Chen.
2-3 zone right now for the white shirts.
Tian Lei receives the ball, gives it back. Ball rotation, Woo Sung Wei, corner 3, good.
Still perfect from downtown is Woo Sung Wei, 2 for 2. Great ball movement. And these Formosa Dreamers, they know who the shooters are on their lineup.
They have 3 very good imports, and their locals are also showing their worth. That's a 4th shot, but Mitchell is there for the cleanup.
If I'm mistaken, those are the first 2 points of Deshaun Mitchell, so he has to get into the scoring picture as Tian Lei hits another one from downtown.
11 points in the game for Tian Lei.
And with Tian Lei shooting like that, Coach Dean Murray can afford to have Will Artino get some more rest on the bench.
Post-up play here, but they lose the ball. Great defense coming from the Formosa Dreamers.
Zhao looking for a foul call, but not getting any. And Woo Sung Wei open once again.
That was a tougher angle as he was very near that corner.
Yeah, almost behind the backboard.
But still, a good look coming from Woo Sung Wei. His teammates have been looking for him from the outside as the ball is tipped to Tian Lei.
No second chance opportunities for the Wolf Warriors as Dreamers do a great job boxing out.
No, without Eddie Curry on the floor, offensive rebounds will come few and far between for the Wolf Warriors. Wuisang trying to go on the run. No look pass to Mitchell. Hard fall there.
Tough fall there on the part of Deshaun Mitchell, and they're going to call Malcolm Miller with an unsportsmanlike foul.
Undercutting would be the call here. He tried to stay away, but contact was already made.
So it's going to be 2 free throws plus possession, and Deshaun Mitchell trying to walk it off.
No, Miller trying to explain himself, saying that he did not mean for it to happen. But the thing is, he was at an awkward position defensively, which led to the bad fall. So the referees had no other choice but to call it as an unsportsmanlike foul.
That's exactly correct. Chance for Deshaun Mitchell to bring this lead below 20 points. And still a lot of time here in the first half. If they can trim this down to below 15 by halftime, even to single digits, and they would have a chance.
Ball possession will remain with the Wolf Warriors as they try to get their offense going here in the second quarter. Wuisang uses a screen. Locates Leung. Kicks it out to Zhao. Back to Leung. That is a holding foul outside against Woo Sung Wei.
Chai Wei making his entry right now. I believe this is his first appearance this season. One of the holdovers from last year's team. Athletic Wayman also plays solid defense.
You know, that entire season of all that hardship has definitely hardened the Formosa locals that remain with the squad.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. And, you know, they can draw from that experience as Chai Wei tries to hit his first basket of the season.
Mitchell goes on the attack. Good adjustment mid-air to fool the defense. As Coach Doug Murray is not liking how his team is playing to start this second quarter. Their lead is down to 17 points, 40-23, as he calls a timeout.
OK， 而家晒你籃球寶貝。
6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in your second quarter. Timeout requested by the Formosa Dreamers is now over as they get back into this contest to try and regain that old fiery form that they had in the first quarter.
And Coach Dean Murray sends Lee back into the fight as he's looking for stability at that point guard spot. Wolf Warriors trying to make a little bit of a run.
Good idea. Bad execution there for the Formosa Dreamers. Xiao gets the bump, and that ball is tapped out. Ball will remain with the Wolf Warriors. And Marco, as we said, in the first two games, two tight ones for the Formosa Dreamers. Now, if they develop a huge lead, that would just mean that Coach Dean Murray will have all the opportunities to give his locals some time on the floor.
That's correct. As you see, number 32, Chai, is also one of the holdovers. Did not get to see a lot of action last season. Gets to see action early in this game because of their advantage.
3-point shot coming from Mitchell. He desperately needs to heat up. Awkward layup there. Putback will not fall either for Glass. But Miller is quicker to the ball. Miller goes outside. It's a traveling violation against the Formosa Dreamers as the Wolf Warriors are playing much better defense here in the second.
Yep, back-to-back turnovers for the Dreamers. Lead is down to 14 points. With a chance for the Dreamers to trim this down to 12 or 11 with a 3-point shot.
And now, the Wolf Warriors will be featuring 4 locals and Mario Buisang on the floor. So their interim coach really mixing things up here.
Giving a lot of trust to his locals. As Eddie Curry is nowhere to be found on the bench of the Wolf Warriors.
Young for 3, that's good. Look at that celebration coming from the bench of the Wolf Warriors.
And you know, sometimes for certain teams to rise to the challenge, all you need is a little bit of adversity. Right now, Wolf Warriors showing us some of their mettle as they've trimmed this deficit down to 11, but Malcolm Miller with a quick answer.
They were down by 21 big points a few minutes back. And now a good reply coming from the Formosa Dreamers as they up their lead to 13. Outside shot is good for Lee Jun.
And that was something Lee Jun was practicing during the warm-up. So back-to-back triples for the Wolf Warriors, making the defense of the Dreamers pay for sagging off on them.
I don't think this is a stretch, but Marco, this must be the best quarter of the Wolf Warriors in their maiden stint in your ABL.
If I'm not mistaken, they've already scored 19 points here in the second quarter with still 4 minutes remaining.
Mario Buisang using the screen. Hook pass to the big man. Another 3-point shot goes up. Sorry, missed there. Buisang competing for the loose ball, but Glass gets to it first. Bounce pass to Miller. Waits for the rest of his teammates. Glass. Attacks but loses the ball. Another good stop for the Wolf Warriors.
Maybe might be some case of taking their foot off the gas pedal here. Talking about the Formosa Dreamers, and that's why Coach Dean Murray is sending Will Artino back.
That's a clear foul on Shai. On the other side, you have the Wolf Warriors playing with no pressure, talking about the locals.
No pressure on the locals, that's why they're giving it their all. And quality minutes from Lee Jun. As Kai Chen makes his way back, so will Deshaun Mitchell. As momentum here in the second clearly on the side of the Wolf Warriors.
Quick substitutions for interim head coach Zhao Yefeng to keep their legs.
That's back-to-back fouls there on the part of Tai. And I believe Wolf Warriors are in the penalty, so that's going to mean 2 free throws for Zhao Rongche. And he has the chance to trim this deficit to single digits with these 2 free throws.
Zhao has 2 points in this ball game. Takes care of that first free throw. Solid second quarter performance coming from the Wolf Warriors. And Marco, as you noted, still no Eddie Curry on the bench for them.
And currently they've outscored the Dreamers 21-12. Check that, 21-14 here in the second.
Hand off to Miller. Uses the Artino screen. Great defense coming from the Wolf Warriors. Long up ahead, goes for 2.
And Jenny Leung has been one of the sparks off the bench here for the Wolf Warriors. I have him for 8 points already.
Saw the blind spot coming from Artino, stole the ball from behind him.
I'll check that, 5 points for Jenny Leung, but great defensive display. And Malcolm Miller trying his best to keep that gap far and wide.
8-point lead for the Dreamers. 44-36, final 2.5 of your first half of action. Oh, unfortunate turnover there. Missed connection in the pass as Artino goes all the way. But he's called for an offensive foul.
Heads up defense there from Jenning Leung. Drawing that offensive foul from Artino.
The Miller apologizing, saying that he issued that pass a little too early for Artino, forcing him to go for that stretch of a layup, and instead he was called for the offensive foul. So this quarter could be huge for the confidence of the Wolf Warriors, as Mario Isang misses from the outside. Artino with the board as a push is whistled against Mitchell.
Quick shot there from Mario Wuisang early in the shot clock with no rebounders present under the basket. And Mitchell forced the foul.
Not a problem though, as it was only the second team foul of the Wolf Warriors in this quarter.
Also only the first personal on Deshaun Mitchell.
Artino, his handoff, a lazy one, another steal for Leong. Leong, fast break, 2 points once again.
Jenny Leung really quick on that passing lane. Another interception.
Too casual for Will Artino there, but he gets those 2 points right back with a putback.
And that time against 2 of the big men of the Wolf Warriors, talking about Zhao and Kai Chen. And this is going to be a turnover as Deshaun Mitchell trying to force the situation.
Steps on the sideline instead, the baseline instead, rather. 90 seconds remaining in your second quarter. Only an 8-point lead for the Formosa Dreamers.
For the Wolf Warriors, they just have to settle themselves down, try to avoid making those turnovers and just play solid defense. They've shown us the capability of scoring in the half court, but Malcolm Miller hits another 3-point shot.
Miller has been outstanding here in the second quarter. He has been providing much-needed baskets to keep the Wolf Warriors at bay. Back to an 11-point lead for the Dreamers. Kai from the outside. Made one earlier, misses this time. Martino has been solid on the boards without an Eddie Curdy to deal with.
Yeah, and no second chance opportunities for the Wolf Warriors.
Martino gets the ball inside. Double team waiting for him. Lefty hook shot. Bounces out. And the ball will go to the Wolf Warriors.
Now with Devin Glass on the bench and Chai as the other big man, Zhao really showing us that he can help out on defense, as Chai is not a threat on the offensive end. And Jenny Leung goes back to the bench with a warm round of applause from the fans.
Oh, why not? He had a good performance. The Sky tries again, nails it.
And you saw on your screens, one of the owners of the Wolf Warriors really enjoying this performance tonight, down by just 8 points.
6 points for Kai, both from 3-point shots. As Miller is running the clock down for the Formosa Dreamers. Martino got slapped in the head there, no call. Corner 3 will not work. Another opportunity, 2 seconds, Chai for 3. Rattles out.
Nice defensive stop to end the first half here for the Wolf Warriors, who have come back to life here in the second quarter.
Even without help coming from Eddie Curry, the locals conspiring with Wei Sang and Mitchell to get back into this ball game. Down by as much as 21 points, now only down by 8, 49-41 against the Formosa Dreamers.
嗱，下一場咧，我哋同樣都會送出我哋嘅精美嘅簽名籃球啦，咁同埋嚟自我哋嘅球星嘅簽名啦，其實好珍貴嘅。其實咧，今晚我哋準備咗10個嘅波啦，我哋自己3個嘅 DJ 哥哥仲未有着落啊！我哋有機會咧都要叫運動員簽多啲波，嗱，做一個紀念啊！嚟一個主場做一個紀念，非常之好啊！OK，anyway 啦，多謝各位。如果未攞到禮品嘅，我哋下一場繼續送俾你。如果您還沒有拿到禮物的，我們下個主場繼續送給您，祝您好運啊！與此同時咧，嗱，等陣間咧，我哋比賽結束之後咧，我哋寶島共獎家嘅老細啦、領隊啦，希影姐做表決啦，咁一陣間咧都會同大家合影、留念同埋簽名嘅。一陣間咧，大家報從我哋現場嘅保安哥哥嘅指揮，有序咁排隊，咁咧我哋黑人哥哥咧同大家簽名作留念啦。也非常感謝我們的人，肯定都對我們本次比賽的球迷的大力支持了哈，球迷也非常開心啊！剛才有個球迷跟我說感謝主持叫我們的黑人簽名也不錯哈，那麼肯定都非常的樂意跟大家簽名。好，比賽還有3分鐘，馬上開始。好啦，等陣間比賽結束之後咧，如果大家需要簽名同埋合影留念嘅，咁啊請留低一齊有序咁排隊啊，咁進行合影留念唔該晒。會變一變啊！好啦，呢個時候我哋嘅可唔可以全場朋友一齊企起身，拍手仔，俾個大拇指自己，同埋俾個大拇指我哋嘅澳門戰狼隊咧嚟咯！OK， 好，唔該晒。我哋嘅音樂加快慢慢嚟一笑啊！好，繼續拍手。呢個慢慢加快喎。嚟啦，加快！
At the half of this game between the Wolf Warriors and the Formosa Dreamers, the visiting Dreamers are up by 8 points, 49 to 41. This lead was at its highest early in the second quarter at 21 points, but a good performance coming from the locals mostly of the Wolf Warriors enable them to get back into this contest as we're just about ready to restart the action coming from the Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. Formosa Dreamers trying to keep their streak going. They won their first 2 contests, while the Wolf Warriors dropped their first 2 big development before the start of this third quarter. Eddie Curry is questionable for the rest of this contest due to a pulled hamstring.
And that just means that the other locals, as well as the 2 imports, Deshaun Mitchell and Mario Wirsang, will have to step up even more, Second quarter going in favor of the Wolf Warriors. They outscored the Dreamers 29-21. And as you mentioned, a lot of positives, especially from the locals. Jenning Leung have him for about 2 or 3 steals and about 5 points in that second quarter.
He draws a foul here in their first touch of the third quarter. Marco, what did the Wolf Warriors do differently in the second quarter to get back into this game?
But for one thing, they did not commit as many turnovers, so they were able to get quality shots. We saw a couple of triples. Even guys like Jun Lee hit a triple from the outside. And on the defensive end, they played solid defense. They did not allow the Dreamers, especially towards the latter portion of that second quarter, to get good quality looks and to get out in transition, as they score the first bucket here of the third.
10 points in total for Kai. Outstanding effort coming from the big man. Bounce pass to Artino. Goes for the lefty layup, that's good.
And Mario Huisan tried to play help defense, but Artino was well composed. Allowed Huisan to get back to his man, then one dribble strong with a left-hand finish.
No, the Dreamers have not regained their fiery form, but they're doing enough to build, to hold on to a comfortable lead against the Wolf Warriors. Good passing coming from the imports. Oh, sorry, missed there coming from Glass.
Kai Chen trying to draw that offensive foul against Tevin Glass. And, you know, for the Wolf Warriors, as long as they get quality shots, they're going to be in this, and as long as they do not commit any unforced turnovers. That's the second 3-point attempt on back-to-back possessions.
Those shots fell for them in the second period, which brought them back into the game. And as you said, you know, the 3-point shooting, it's really hit or miss for the Wolf Warriors in their first 2 games.
And especially as they've not been able to get second chance opportunities. Unlike this play by Will Artino, second chance opportunity for him, and he has scored all 4 points of the Dreamers here in the third quarter.
Zhao and Kai, the only 2 big men of the Wolf Warriors in this game, failing to put a body on Artino, leading to that slam dunk.
And you see the defense of the Dreamers really focused at preventing the Wolf Warriors from getting good penetrations, as Jenny Leung hits another 3-pointer.
Leung has been explosive in this contest.
That's pretty much the only shots, or the only type of shots that the Dreamers defense is giving them.
But a counter 3-point shot for Miller.
And the sad thing is, you work so hard on your offensive end if you're the Wolf Warriors, only to fall into a miscommunication on defense, and you give up a wide open shot to Malcolm Miller, who has been the best 3-point shooter for the Dreamers tonight.
Could have been a foul there. Left as a no call. Glass could not believe it, but they'll get another opportunity as Artino got the offensive rebound.
Glass losing the handle on that basketball. Thought he was fouled. And you see Zhao and Jenning Leung talking about that offensive sequence as Deshaun Mitchell heads to the bench once again. Chris Shentu makes his way. So again, 4 locals plus Mario Huisan.
Oh, this unit worked out well for them in the second period. And maybe why interim head coach Zhao Yefeng is going back to it again.
But Artino starting to impose his will here in the third period for the Dreamers, and the ball is gonna go off of Zhao, but the referees are gonna discuss this.
Zhao was adamant that the ball was last touched by the Formosa Dreamers, and they get a reversal.
That's teamwork from the referees.
I'm sure the coaches don't mind the delay as long as they get the call right. 11-point lead being protected by the Formosa Dreamers. Mario Huisan goes behind the back. Kai sends it to Shentu, attacks middle. Kick out pass to Kai. In traffic there, forced up the shot.
No
Empty
call.
possession for the Wolf Warriors.
No foul call as well, as it was a clean block against Kai Chen. But still, you cannot. What you like about that is he took the ball aggressive to the basket, did not settle for another outside shot.
Third quarter, Artino leading the Formosa Dreamers with 5 points. Miller kicks it out to Glass. Extra pass to Lee. Good active defense there coming from Kai, tapping the ball out with 8 seconds remaining. The shot clock for the Formosa Dreamers.
That's a play that they like to run, that box formation with the bigs at the elbows. And then wing to corner exchange, but well defended that time by the Wolf Warriors.
5 seconds remaining. Glass from the outside, no good. Kai with the board.
And Glass has been quiet, especially since the second quarter.
Good pass inside to Shentu, but even better defense coming from the Dreamers. Clean swipe from Lee. And even the foul could not prevent Glass from scoring that basket as he gets an N1 opportunity.
And that time a nifty behind the back pass coming from Will Artino. So he has either scored or assisted in almost every basket of the Dreamers in the third.
13-point lead for the Formosa Dreamers, could be 14. And they will be getting a free throw from Glass when we come back. No Eddie Curry for perhaps the rest of this matchup. Mitchell on the bench, which leaves the Wolf Warriors with 4 locals playing alongside Mario Woisang, former member of the CLS Knights Indonesia, now playing his trade for the Wolf Warriors. As Tevin Glass is on the line for the bonus free throw with 5 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter. He gets the bonus to drop.
And, you know, despite how well the locals are playing, let's see how long Wolf Warriors stick with his lineup with Deshaun Mitchell on the bench, because they're really going to need his scoring and his athleticism if they want to compete until the end of this ball game.
Mario's pass is stolen, and a foul is called against Shentu. Dreamers asking for an advantage foul.
And Shentu cannot believe the call. But again, that was a dangerous cross-court pass there from Mario Woisang. Tevin Glass playing the passing lanes well.
No, Shentu was complaining about the call, but actually favored them because it prevented what could have been a short 2 points for Formosa on the break.
And Shentu made like he avoided the contact, but the referee was behind him, so he was not at the best angle.
Artino with another strong move. He has 7 points here in the third quarter.
Artino has been a big plus here for the Dreamers, rather, especially with Eddie Curry not seeing action. He has really taken full advantage of his absence.
4-on-2 here. They go to the corner. Chan fakes the 3, attacks and gets the layup instead.
That was a bad foul there on the part of Mario Woisang. Not only do you commit the foul, but it was not hard enough to prevent Kenny Chen from getting the ball up and make that layup attempt. So easy end one for Kenny Chen.
So the 2 minutes that Mitchell spent on the bench proved to be disastrous for the Wolf Warriors, as they are now staring at an 18-point deficit, 64-46, after that Kenny Chen layup.
And there you see on that replay, Kenny Chen had Kai Chen beat on the penetration, and hardly felt the contact coming from Mario Wuisang.
So the Wolf Warriors need a leader, and Mario Wuisang will have to step up right now and be a bigger factor, more so offensively. Jiao, kick out pass, Shentu for three. No good. Rebound Artino.
Again, no second chance opportunities here for the Wolf Warriors.
And Marco, Jiao, and Kai have been playing heavy minutes here in the third period.
Almost no choice for the Wolf Warriors with Eddie Curry saddled with that injury, as Lee Jun looks to be getting set to check back into the game. But again, without Eddie Curry, there's really no presence for the Wolf Warriors, or no threat for them to score inside the paint. And credit the defense of the Dreamers, really preventing those penetrations.
Three-point shot for Kai is good. He has been hot from the three-point range. That is his third make.
Much needed three-point basket that trims the lead, or the deficit, to 15 points. And they need a stop on this end of the floor.
Kai Chen has 5 points in the third period. Miller goes to Artino. They go to the corner to Glass. Jumper. Too strong. On offensive rebound from a guard. That is unforgivable. If it's Artino who gets the offensive rebound, maybe you give it to him. As Devin Glass forces up that shot. Another look. That's two offensive rebounds back-to-back for Lee. Find Miller, top of the key, three, good.
And that's just so painful. You give up 3 opportunities, and then you give up a 3-point shot from Malcolm Miller. It's so demoralizing for the Wolf Warriors.
Good initial defense coming from the Wolf Warriors, could not complete the play with a defensive rebound. As a dead shot, Woo Sung Wei checks back into this contest.
Woo Sung Wei and Chen Xinyan, the other veteran point guard for the Dreamers.
Another three-point shot is gone for Kai Chen.
He has been one of the few bright spots here for the Wolf Warriors in the third. Almost single-handedly trying to keep them within striking distance.
Artino hands it off to Miller. Miller attacks baseline. Artino, the push shot is good.
That's an easy basket there for Will Artino, and the familiarity and the chemistry that the Dreamers have shown. Penetration by Malcolm Miller, kick out, and 2 points from Will Artino.
He has 9 in this third. Mario misses from the outside.
And Jiao is just gassed here in the third quarter, not even attempting to go for that offensive rebound.
Now he'll have to defend Devin Glass. Artino reading his options. Dumps it to Chan. 5 seconds remaining. Chan to Woo Sung Wei. 3-point shot is good. Referee saying that he did not yet leave his feet.
And another big shot for Woo Sung Wei. Still perfect from long distance. Or close to perfect. One miss, if I'm mistaken. But the presence of mind and the shot clock management, getting that shot off in the nick of time.
Shentudo gets it right back on the other side. And good defensive effort coming from Mitchell, running back and forcing that turnover.
Wu Yo now making his way together with Jun Lee. Well-deserved rest for Jiao Rongze.
Well-deserved and much needed.
Much needed is the better phrase, actually.
Wu Yao from the outside, no good.
Not the type of possession that you'd want here for the Wolf Warriors. Nobody else touching the ball in that sequence.
Qianlei, automatic.
Continues to stay hot. Qianlei, breakout performance in this third game for the Dreamers.
14 points in the contest for Qianlei. Back to a 20-point lead for Formosa. Kai has been the only consistent scorer, as this basket will not count.
taking advantage of the mismatch. But you see the defense of the Dreamers packing it inside the paint.
Coach Dean Murray reminding his players not to switch because the switch caused that mismatch at the post.
That's right.
Quick inbound to Mitchell. Kai attacks, layup, will not fall in. Everything but the shot there coming from Kai. And
Nice.
Kevin Glass dribbled that off his own foot, leading to a turnover.
Miller had the right idea, but Woo Sung Wei was wide open at the corner.
Shen Tu showing us his handles. His pass goes to Kai Chan. Mitchell goes middle. Bounce pass is stolen.
Probably should have elevated for that jump shot. He was within 15 feet.
That was way too tight a pass. With that much defense in between them as Chan draws the foul.
And especially since Mitchell is actually the better scorer, he was wide open at the mid-range. There's going to be a foul against a Wolf Warrior, so that's going to send Chen to the free throw line.
Mehdi Curry reduced to a cheerleader on the bench for the Wolf Warriors. Pulling his hamstring, as reported to us by one of their team officials. Initially, I don't think he told any of his teammates or their coaching staff because he was about to be subbed in. When the head coach looked back, he wasn't there. But they'll have to figure out a way to compete, even with their big man in the middle out for this contest.
And so far, the Dreamers turning things around here in the third quarter. And they've outscored the Wolf Warriors 28-14, doubling up their output.
Ball was swiped from Kai. And it was kicked right after. So the ball will go back to the Formosa Dreamers.
Another sorry turnover there for the Wolf Warriors. And Dreamers with a chance at the last shot here in the third.
Both teams in the penalty situation could not give up a foul. Go back to Tian Lei, up top, good pass, Kevin. 2 seconds remaining, Chen to beat the buzzer, no good. Coach is saying that Glass should have went up for that shot already, but still, I'm sure they would be more than happy to go into the fourth and final quarter of action, holding a 22-point advantage, 77-55 in favor of the Formosa Dreamers against the home squad, Wolf Warriors. Fourth quarter action about to begin inside the Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. The Wolf Warriors down 22 points against the undefeated Formosa Dreamers. They want to be alone at the top spot. And And they could very well be 10 minutes away from getting their third straight victory as Xiao, fresh off a good rest at the latter part of the third quarter, opens the scoring here in the final period.
And talking about rest, one guy that we did not see for extended minutes in that third quarter was Jenning Leung, who actually had a nice second quarter, but we did not see towards the latter half of that third quarter.
I think I saw him asking for the timeout. Maybe he was a little bit gassed because of all of the minutes he played.
In the second.
Yeah.
Wolf Warriors are going to need a good start here in the fourth quarter if they want to make a game of this. Dreamers sensing the kill.
So it's Zhao, Kai, Shen-Tu, Mario Wuisang, and Mitchell. Good pass inside. That's a mismatch. But Zhao wastes the opportunity.
Went off balance, did Zhao, and
Chen Lei misses with a three.
that was a wide open shot. Heat check there for Chen Lei.
Chen Lei open once again, but he decides against it. 5 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Glass pulls the trigger from deep. Too strong. Rebound Mitchell.
They got to try to push and get points in transition. The defense of the Dreamers are back in time.
Zhao posting up again versus Glass this time. Zhao manufactures a shot as he was fouled down low for 2 free throws.
And you got to love the effort of Zhao trying to mix it up and try to score against Tevin Glass, especially with no Eddie Curry for the Wolf Warriors. He and Kai Chen are the only front court presence that they have. Forced to play extended minutes in this game. And you see Zhao really trying to, or gasping for breath.
Yeah. And when you get tired, Marco, you tend to veer away from your usual shot, your usual
stroke.
moves. Yep.
Sometimes no legs on the shot. You just short arm everything, as you saw on his first free throw, but he made the right adjustment as Chen hits a triple.
Well, we've been talking about the contributions of the imports for the Formosa Dreamers as Shen-Tu gets an N1 opportunity, but the three-point shooting of their locals has been equally impressive in this ballgame.
Woo Sung Wei has been almost perfect from long distance, and Chen gets into that three-point shooting picture. That was a nice bounce pass though coming from Mario Wuisang on that baseline backdoor cut from Chris Shen-Tu. Lead stands at 22.
Shen-Tu completes the N1 play.
Now let's see if Shen-Tu can be the spark that Jenning Leung was in the second quarter for the Wolf Warriors.
You just saw Leung alongside Eddie Curry on the bench as a foul is whistled here against Shen-Tu.
That's going to be the first team foul for the Wolf Warriors here in the fourth quarter, down by 21.
Third personal of Shen-Tu with 8 minutes remaining in your final quarter. Miller fakes the three, attacks inside, layup, no good. Tap goes to Mario Wuisang. Wuisang pushing, drops it down low to Xiao for his own N1 play.
Nice finish there coming from Zhao. Almost lost the handle, but able to recover.
And then some words exchanged between Chen, the point guard of Formosa, and Xiao.
Interesting substitution here for the Wolf Warriors. Wu Yo coming in together with Mario Wuisang already on the floor. So it's a two-point guard setup. No Jenning Leung so far here in the fourth.
Well, if you're down by 19 points with 7 minutes and 45, you definitely need to speed things up. Maybe they'll start pressuring the backcourt. Marco, what do you think?
Well, it's going to have to happen one way or another. Not on that possession, though. As, again, they leave Malcolm Miller wide open.
Yet another offensive rebound. Oh, good pass down low. Sorry, missed for Artino. And Kai finally grabs the defensive rebound for the Wolf Warriors.
Sean Mitchell trying to get post position against Kenny Chen.
Mitchell using his strength, missing the jump hook. Chen locates Miller. Good extra pass to Artino down low.
And you love the selflessness of the Dreamers. Touch passing there from Chen to Miller to Will Artino for the easy two.
You know, I like your point about Artino and how steady he is. He will not do anything that will hurt you. As Chen gets the steal and runs the other side for an uncontested fast break layup. 22-point lead for the Formosa Dreamers. Timeout requested by the Wolf Warriors.
繼續有請我哋嘅籃球寶貝。
没事，我们还可以啊，防守做好了。加油！Hey, defense. Hey, listen, they got 64. Don't let this team get 80 points. Okay? Everybody that's coming in the game, be ready to play some defense. You guys see, we just moved the ball all over the floor.
Will Artino has dominated the proceedings here in the second half of action, with Kenny Chen helping out, getting the steal and breaking away for the layup. 86 for the Formosa Dreamers, 64 for the Wolf Warriors.
And you know, Barter, just going back to Will Artino, as you mentioned, he really won't do anything spectacular on the floor, but just solid all-around game, will not make a lot of mistakes. And so far, he has been averaging 17.5 points per game, 11 rebounds this young ABL season.
Another basket inside for Artino.
Just the solid big man that the Dreamers have needed.
Good move though, coming from Wu Yao.
Showing us that quickness off the dribble. And unlike last season, when the Dreamers had a heavy scoring big man in Ronnie Aguilar, even in Aaron Maxey, Will Artino, the unconventional stretch 4 or stretch 5 for the Dreamers, but he has proven effective here 3 games into the season.
Also had Lenny Daniel.
Lenny Daniel as
really
well.
Early in that season. And actually the lone win of the Formosa Dreamers was Lenny Daniel's comeback game.
That's right.
In Saigon.
That's right. That's exactly correct. As Artino again finishing with the left on a nice pocket pass from Malcolm Miller.
3-point shot for Mitchell rattles out as Artino taps the ball to Chen.
Chai Wei will settle down.
Miller will not as he hits the 3 from the corner.
And that assist coming from Will Artino. So again, the chemistry, the familiarity between their 3 imports in Artino, Miller, and right now on the bench, Tevin Glass.
Good big pass there, but Xiao had to adjust his shot. 4-2 break for the Formosa Dreamers. Corner 3, good.
Chai Wei making his presence felt, getting into the scoring picture. Nice assist. Once again from Malcolm Miller.
Now a 30-point lead for the Formosa Dreamers. Wu misses from downtown. Miller goes to Artino, the trailer. Referee's deciding it was a no call. As Leong takes it strong to the hoop, misses. Rebound for Kenny Chan.
And, Jenny Leon back in the game, but you have to question whether it's a little too late right now at this point with 4:15 remaining, down by 30 points. Make that 33. Back-to-back threes from Chai Wei.
The three-point shooting of the Formosa locals has been nothing short of outstanding in this game against the Wolf Warriors.
And a duty foul there on the part of Chen to get the substitutes or the bench guys into the game. Number 32, that's Chai. Number 7, that's Chan King Yu. As well as number 4, Chen Xiaojun.
And Marco, this was what we were talking about earlier. After 2 tight ball games against the Singapore Slingers and Hong Kong Eastern Basketball, now you get the opportunity to give all these local talent an opportunity to shine.
And that's just going to serve them well in the long run, as with 26 games in the regular season and only on their 3rd, it's going to be a long season here for the Formosa Dreamers, and they want to finish in the top 8. They're going to need a lot of local support.
Marco, 10 teams, 26 games. How does that work out in terms of our scheduling?
Well, they've divided the 10 teams into 2 groups. Wolf Warriors, Formosa Dreamers, Hong Kong Eastern, San Miguel, Alab, Pilipinas, and the Macau Black Bears in one group. West Sports Malaysia Dragons, Singapore Slingers, CLS Knights, Mono Vampire, and Saigon Heat in the other group. So you played quadruple round robin with the teams in your group and a double round robin with the teams in the other group. So for a total of 13 home games, 13 games away. Top 8 teams at the end of the elimination round advance to the quarterfinals, where number 1 team plays the number 8 team, number 2 plays number 7, and so on and so forth in a best of 3 quarterfinals. Winners advance to a best of 3 semifinals, and then the winners of those series advance to a best of 5 final. So it's a long season, and Formosa Dreamers looking good this early.
But on the other side though, on the flip side, if you are the Wolf Warriors, even if you go on to lose your 3rd straight game, as you said, this is only the first of 4 meetings between these 2 teams.
So you can look at it both ways. You can look at it as for the Wolf Warriors, you're part of probably the stronger group with the type of teams that you have in that group. So it's time for you to make some drastic changes, which they've begun, replacing their head coach. As part of the management of the Wolf Warriors, you look down the lineup, you see what other changes you can make or you need to make, especially with 3 games in. And if you want to contend, if you want to be part of that top 8, this is the point where you have to make those changes.
Because that group has the top 2 teams after the elimination round last season. And the team formerly known as Chongson Kung Fu, now Macau Black Bears, and Hong Kong Eastern Basketball.
And you also have the defending champion in that group in San Miguel, Ala Pilipinas, who will only see action in December. And right now you have the up-and-coming team in the Formosa Dreamers. So it's a big challenge ahead for the Wolf Warriors.
Getting their first taste of action. You know, when you look at the ABL from the outside, you may think that it would be easy to put together a team that would be competitive immediately. But, you know, most of our debuting teams struggled at least in the first part of their stints.
And then I had a nice conversation with Mario Woisang. I think it was in their first game here against Hong Kong Eastern. He was saying that he was talking to his local teammates. He was telling them about the level of competition here in the ASEAN Basketball League. He was telling them to be ready because this is going to be a physical league. This is going to be a high level in terms of competition. But he also mentioned that it's not until you experience it firsthand. You can talk about it all you want, but until the locals experience it firsthand, that they really see the quality of the competition here in the ABL. And with 3 games in, I think that is exactly what the locals have experienced.
Another good steal coming from Leong. And Kenny Chen is called for the holding foul. Could not believe it, thought that he had all ball. Still, Chen 2 will be heading to the free throw line for 2.
And you know, even for the imports, doesn't mean, for example, if you're Eddie Curry, it doesn't mean that just because you're an NBA veteran, you're going to dominate this league as he has seen so far. And that was one of the learnings for the Formosa Dreamers, and that is the reason why I believe personally that their choice of imports this season, you see them very complementary. Not really, they did not get all scorers. They did not get, they got imports that filled a role for their team. Martino, Malcolm Miller, even Tevin Glass.
2 minutes away from the third win of the Formosa Dreamers in your 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. Meanwhile,
Chai Wei
catching fire late in this game.
excellent passing, excellent selfless basketball. And you have to give a lot of credit to Coach Dean Murray, who really prepared them for the type of competition and a different philosophy here in Season 9.
Good rebound for Shen Tu, as he has been a ball of energy for the Wolf Warriors.
That's great help defense there for Chen. Nowhere to go for Chris Shentu. And that one-on-one basketball not really going to be effective here, as the defense of the Dreamers has almost been up to par on every possession.
Sai got away with a slight hold there on Shen Tu. As we saw on the replay, good hands coming from Mario Wisang. Forward pass to Shen Tu. 2 players chasing him. As Kai misses the dunk. Chang on the other side, challenging the defense and missing. An offensive rebound for the Dreamers.
You gotta love the effort by Chai. Just crashing that offensive glass, even with this game already decided. Still going 100%.
102-76. Final minute of this contest. Another 3-point shot, good again.
Chai Wei, by my count, his 4th 3-pointer of the game, extends the lead to 29.
Chai Wei, Wushong Wei, and Chen Lei all knocking it down with great consistency from the outside.
Chai Wei was a 36% 3-point shooter last season. Wusong Wei was a 50%. So you know that the backcourt or the wings of the Formosa Dreamers can really knock it down.
And when you add to that 3 imports who know their role in the squad, allow their local teammates to shine while also getting their own contributions, giving their own contributions rather.
That's another basket there coming from Chai Wei.
And that should be the final basket of this matchup. 107-81, an impressive performance once again for the Formosa Dreamers.
All around teamwork here by the black shirts. Again, it was started by their defense, forced Wolf Warriors to a lot of turnovers. Excellent start in that first quarter, and then just built on it despite the challenge coming from the Wolf Warriors in the second.
Wolf Warriors replacing their head coach, losing Eddie Curry and the second quarter due to a hamstring injury. You know, if there is one thing that you can build on if you're the Wolf Warriors, it was their performance in the second quarter.
Yes, especially from the locals, guys like Jening Leung, Chris Shentu, even Mario, well, their imported Mario Wuisang. Of course, Deshaun Mitchell had some stretches where he played well, but they're going to have to evaluate the physical condition of Eddie Curry, and they're going to have to. It's a big decision on the part of the Wolf Warriors whether it's time to really make a significant change, especially in their lineup.
They await for the arrival of their new and permanent head coach coming from Qatar, maybe in a couple of weeks. But before that, you know, in terms of just the players alone, there's already a lot that you can do to up your performance. Zhao had a decent one in this game.
And if I'm mistaken, their next game is a week away. That's going to be on December 1, the Hong Kong Eastern. So it's a good amount of rest here for the Wolf Warriors. Good time for them to evaluate their lineup, to evaluate their system. And let's see, come December 1, if they're going to make a significant change before they face the former champion Hong Kong Eastern.
So the Formosa Dreamers defeating the Singapore Slingers, the Hong Kong Eastern basketball team, and now the Wolf Warriors to be on top of our standings. 3 wins with no defeats on the other side. The Wolf Warriors suffering their 3rd straight as Artino exploded in the 3rd quarter to establish some distance between them and the Wolf Warriors. Good effort coming from the home squad, but just too many weapons for the Dreamers in this contest.
And you're talking about weapons. Chai Wei, number 10, finishing with 14 points. So if you're Coach Dean Murray, that's one thing to be pleased. Another weapon that you discover here in your lineup.
So that will be it for this game. Again, the Formosa Dreamers winning 107-81 against the Wolf Warriors. Coming to you from the Domen Gymnasium in Zhuhai, China. We thank you so much for your continued support. 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League.
把手机拿着自拍，然后打数的形式这样子。好，谢谢。这边上，这边上，不许传，不许传，这边上，这边上。